Okay.
Zain joined my one-to-one program for PMI ACP. And day one he joined, he said that I want to clear PMI ACP by this date. We started working into that and we met that date. Last 1 week when he gave the exam was very interesting. He was nervous, he was tense, but he went to the exam, he nailed the exam, and now he's a certified agile practitioner. Zan, first of all, congratulations on clearing PMI ACP. Why don't you share your success journey, please?
Thank you so much for your moving words. First of all, I would like to say it was a quite great journey, starting from the knowledge you start delivering, and especially the method you deliver knowledge. Basically, it's more like a not a knowledge dump or something like that. It's like a conceptual knowledge. So that went pretty great, and according to my timelines, it fits right in. So for the examination perspective, I think it's more trickier than PMP. When I did PMP, I thought it gonna be easier than the PMP, but ACP is quite tricky, and they you give you a hard time. So as far as I'm concerned, and the main constraint people should take care of is time constraint, time management, basically. So if you start reading questions too many times, it wastes your time entirely. So questions are tricky. The answers are very tricky. Basically, PMI wants to check the capability, whether you are equipped with the full agile practices, you know the principles and everything. So exam was really good. I gave it in the center. You prefer it, by the way. I was used to because I did my PMP online from the home. So for the first time, I tried the center thing. It was really professional. The Pearson view, uh, high standards, and I was really satisfied by their commitment and their practices. So it was overall a good experience. A lot of things learned, and thanks to you, of course, the one-to-one coaching, the late night text messages, the one-to-one, you can say, what is this? And you're telling me that, okay, what's next? And you keep asking me for daily follow-up on calls and texts. That was really great. So I give all the credit to you and the push you're giving me. 3 days in this week, I cleared 3 certifications. So that's all goes to you. ACP, CSPO, and SFC, as well as I cleared LinkedIn Premium 3, also certification and trainings as well. And now moving forward towards PGMP and looking towards you right now, and
Yeah,
looking at your face right
we
now. So
will
it overall it was a great journey, and thanks to you,
we'll
basically.
get that done also. Okay, let's talk about exam little bit. So in exam, there were 120 question and three alls, right?
Yes,
And there
yes,
was no official break, but I did ask you to take the break, right?
yeah, yes, and I
Okay.
did that.
No, yeah. So let's divide the exam for our easiness. The first 60 question and the next 60 question. Which questions were more difficult, the first 60 or the later 60?
To be really honest, every exam, the whole exam, the every question was like that it was you it is using your full brain power. So I wouldn't quantify it. To be really honest, I wouldn't quantify it. People goes to the examination with a different perspective and different expectations. I wouldn't recommend that. Go with the full mindset that every question is gonna test your full ability. I did take the break when I did. I was, I think, on 99th question. So as the time was short, because I first thing I mentioned, time management is very important. So I thought, okay, fine, moving on. On 99th question, I took a break. So it was a 5 6 minute break, just to face my wash off. That's it. So that's it. I think I ate a chocolate, then went back straight to the pod and start doing it again. So it makes you nervous, but when the screen finally pops up, congratulations. So you get happy, and
Yeah, yeah,
you and there are a lot of prayers coming out of my mouth for you and all the people who supported me along the journey.
yeah. So this is one of the interesting thing, and you remember our first conversation. I still remember when we talked to you. I was sitting in the McDonald's. It's my habit on weekend because McDonald's is just in front of my room. So on
Yeah.
weekend, in the evening sometime, I basically go to McDonald's, have a cup of tea, just like you are having a cup of tea. So
Yeah.
there and sit there for an hour or two. So when you called me and I told you one thing, I said, Zain sir, number of people failing in ACP is very high. The reason that
Yeah.
adding the PMP got 50% agile, people thought, okay, ACP is just agile, let's go for that. It's not that. And ACP has become one of the hardest exam. Wouldn't you agree?
I agree with you 200%. The people went to give ACP. Even some of my friends are in that list. They failed miserably because they believed they appeared PMP exams from the PM Box 7, so they are well equipped to handle the ACP. And I agree with you 100%. There is more failure rate in ACP than PMP.
Hmm. Okay, let's talk about this thing. Did you have any formula question in the exam?
Zero.
SPI? Yeah, that was an
No.
important thing. Uh, Okay, if we talk about the exam, the PM, if we talk about Agile, actually, Agile consists of three parts: four values, 12 principles, and multiple practices. So exam, first let's categorize this way. Exam was testing situational questions without any doubt. So how much exam was towards four value and 12 principles, and how much exam was towards those practices? I'll come to the practices later on, but how much if we classify that in this way?
If we first classify in perspective of principle and values, there were fewer questions, but you cannot say that they were in small quantities. Yes, they were there, but some of questions are most harder are the combination of value, principles plus practice. Some questions were so difficult they were amalgamating all three of them. So, but lot of questions were from Scrum, the
Hmm.
practices, right?
Mhm.
Most tilted towards Scrum, as you predicted, as you said. But some of the questions were amalgamating all three of concepts. Few questions were obviously from values and principles, and also all were scenario based. So that's it.
Okay, that is perfectly fine. Thank you very much for your time, Zan. If you have anything else you would like to add, please go ahead.
I just want to add, don't grow without preparation. Please, for the ACP, whether you are a PMP or you have a master's degree in project management, never go without training. And you know the best trainer who is sitting in front of me right now.
Yeah,
So whether it is PMP, it's ACP, it's DSSM or PGMP, Amir Ali is your guy.
thank
So I thank you again. I was really happy. I got the right man for the right job. So
uh,
you did all the work. I just applied that.
thank you. Thank you very much for that. And I wish you best of luck and bye bye.